So let me put Barry Bonds in my perspective. This is just mine. When I think of Mount Rushmore of sports, when I think of transcendent sports figures, when I think of legendary auras, magnetic stature, people I've been around and felt the power of, I think of Ali. I once interviewed Ali by phone, but went to many of his fights, was around him a lot. I think of Ali. I think of the Michael Jordan I covered in Chicago. I think of Tiger Woods. And I must admit it, I think of Barry Bonds. We're talking about immortally great here when I talk about Ali and Jordan and Tiger and Barry Bonds. I'm talking about what my partner on Undisputed, Shannon, always says about being in the same room with Michael Jordan. It's like that Shannon says, it's like you think he's about to levitate, like he's otherworldly, God-like. I got to know Michael in Chicago. I know that's true. Now, why didn't I include Tom Brady in this mix? Obviously the greatest quarterback ever, greatest clutch player ever. Not in aura. He doesn't belong in aura or that almost mystical magnetism that the others had and have. I'm talking about off the field, because when we're talking off the field aura and magnetism, Tom doesn't apply there. Still comes across to me off the field as that corny dad next door who can somehow morph during football games into Psycho Tom, especially in the clutch. So I don't include Brady in that aura, but I do include Barry Bonds. I did have the privilege of covering this man for 3 years. I did not get to know him because he wouldn't let anybody know him, but I did closely observe him day after day in the Giants clubhouse, in that dugout, on the field. And I saw a man who obviously descended from baseball royalty, and he knew it. Godfather was Willie Mays. His father, Bobby Bonds, who, by the way, played 16 years in the big leagues, made 3 All-Star teams. Let's face it, Barry grew up pretty much a spoiled rich kid in San Carlos, which is just south of San Francisco. Went to Serra High School, San Mateo, where a kid named Brady eventually would go. At every stage of his career, Barry Bonds just knew he was better than anyone else, because he was. To me, he was a Hall of Famer. I hope you enjoyed that video. You ready for more? Make sure you click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from the Skip Bayless Show. And don't forget to check out the full episode of the show wherever you get your podcasts by clicking the link in the description.